Great, we're live. I'd like to call to order the Physical Services Committee meeting for Monday, December 15th, 2025. At this time, I'd like to ask you to silence your phones and electronic devices for the information of those joining us. The live stream copy of the agenda for the meeting may be found on the county website under the tab for the legislature. At this time, I'd ask everyone to please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Benton.
Here.
Benelli. Present. Luda. Padu. Kevin.
Here.
Hotel. Here. Tui.
Here.
Cheney.
Here.
President Schwab.
Thank you. All right, first up on our agenda from Planning Department and the Orange County Water Authority. Request supplemental appropriation to the Orange County Water Authority in the amount of $80,000 from the County of Orange to fund overhead costs, insurance, payroll, and benefits, and project-related expenses for the leak detection program and Newburgh Water Quality Improvement Project through the end of the year. OCWA can pay back the appropriation once the grant reimbursement of $579,833 is received from the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. OCWA cannot submit the final reimbursement request to the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation until after the closing on the 13.5 acre conservation easement, which is currently being scheduled for December 3rd, plus or minus, and all other project-related expenses are processed. The OCWA is requesting an appropriation to its 2025 budget to pay for such expenses until the grant reimbursement is received or the New Year's 2026 budget begins its legislative request number 354. Could I get a motion? Second, Legislator Tui and Legislator Tautel. Go ahead, Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I'm able to offer an update on the closing. We are scheduled to close tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So we really appreciate the legislature considering this request. We certainly did not anticipate to be in this awkward situation, but we do have a closing date, and want to thank Enika and Joe for getting all that together. And I'll be there to sign the closing documents tomorrow.
Very good. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carried unanimously. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Wish everyone best for the new year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Next up, Parks Department. First item, request supplemental appropriation to the capital projects budget for the Sugarloaf Performing Arts Center for various capital improvements. This was not included in the 2025 capital plan. Upon approval, a new capital project will be created. This is a type 2 action as defined in section 617.5C1, 2, 9, 13, and 27 of 6 NYCRR Part 617, the statewide seeker regulations, and it therefore is not subject to the provisions of those regulations. $1 million, legislative request number 373. Could I get a motion in a second? So, Legislator Tui in a second.
Second.
Thank you, Legislator Benelli. Okay, go ahead, Commissioner.
Thank you. This capital request is for funds to make improvements at the interior and exterior of the Sugarloaf Performing Arts Center, which the county recently acquired on November 18th. About 50% of the funds would be earmarked towards bringing potable water to the facility. Currently, there's not any potable water. And it would be extending a water main that is in an adjacent street, bringing it down through the parking lot and connecting into the building, taking it off as well, and bringing fire hydrants for fire protection to the exterior of the building. It would also be to make building and site safety improvements, cameras and access controls, and improve lighting within the parking area, and improvements to the parking areas itself.
Any questions or comments, legislator two?
And, with bringing the water in, now is that on septic or is that on sewer?
Right now, it's on, the sewer from the building goes to a septic tank. It's a 3,000 gallon septic tank, and then it flows to a pump station, which then becomes municipal, I guess you call it, black water sewer. So it's not, the solids aren't being pumped out, but the effluent is.
So it always gets pumped to the or to the pump station and then into the municipal. Did it ever have to, get pumped right from the 3,000 gallon tank? Is
It flows from gravity from 3,000 and,
just automatically
yeah.
doesn't fill up?
So I have heard that in the past there were some issues, but we're still trying to determine if they were issues from the capacity of the system or really just issues with the things that are being flushed down the toilets inside the building. When we took the facility over, we pumped the septic tank out and then we jetted from the tank back into the building to clean out everything the best we could so that we were starting with a clean slate. So knock on wood.
Is there a municipal sewer line on it's on that road there, on that access?
I think there's gravity sewer up along that road, but it would be the same thing. You'd have to pump a long ways up to that.
Oh,
sewer
I'm
up
talking
there.
about where downhill, where
Oh, I know.
you go up and then that road that's down where all the shops are,
I don't believe that there
the
is
sewer line there.
regular sewer along there. I think it's the same as what this is tied into, which is like a low pressure effluent conveyance.
Sure.
Other questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried unanimously. Next, request to accept and appropriate funds for the Sugarloaf Performing Arts Center events assigned to the county from the town of Chester for 2025, $54,000. Legislative request number 374. Could I get a motion?
So
in a
moved.
second? Legislator Tortel, second.
Second.
Legislator Nelly. Okay,
This request is to accept revenue that we will be generating in the last month or so of 2025 into our budget. This is all from different performances and acts at the facility in November and December.
questions or comments? So going forward, we'll have the contract with the vendor for 2026, or are we going after bid? What's the?
We have a contract with Diamond Gray Media for management of the facility. As far as the revenue that comes in, we'll be coming back to establish our budget for the entire year of 26. That'll include the revenue portion of it as well. This was just to allow us to basically the revenue we are going to collect right now in 25 to
So
capture it.
when is their contract? We assume the contract from the town of Chester that they have with the town of Chester, and when does that expire?
So we assumed from the town of Chester, individual, I guess, rental contracts for each of the, if you want to call them acts or performances, there, a variety of different things that were going on there. But there was rental fees for each one of those that we assumed. Then we have a contract which we just entered with Diamond Gray Media, where they will be managing the facility. They'll be collecting the rent, but then, passing that rent on to us for are some acts that are already being booked right now at the end of 25, but then going all through 26.
Yes,
So
legislator.
Diamond Grande, they'll be managing as well as booking the acts and performances?
Yeah.
They're gonna book all the entertainment.
Correct. But it all comes through the county though for review and approval, but they'll be doing the legwork on all of it.
And what's the time extent of that agreement with Diamond Gray Media?
I believe it's a year with 2 one-year extensions.
Other questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carried unanimously.
Thank you.
Item C, request to create one executive assistant grade 14 position, step 3, $38.3163 hourly, which equates to $79,697.90 annually. Legislative request number 331. Could I get a motion in a second?
Motion.
Second. Legislator Tui. Thank you. Go ahead, Commissioner.
Would have Daniel.
So with the expansion of the Parks Department and the increase of added facilities, including the Sugarloaf Performing Arts Center, the responsibilities for this position and the next position that we were requesting an upgrade in, we have put in for these recommended upgrades for each one.
And this came before personnel.
Correct. And it was
Got it.
approved.
Questions, comments?
Are those people that have been there, and are they staying on, or these new people coming in?
No, this is for existing.
Existing people staying on? Thanks.
Other questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Carried unanimously. Item D, request to create one fiscal manager grade 15 position. Legislative request number 332. Could I get a motion in a second, please?
Motion.
Thank you, Legislator Benelli. And a second. Legislator Tortel. Go ahead.
And this is the same circumstance as the previous request, where an increase in responsibilities for the fiscal tech have been increased to fiscal manager, so we're asking for this upgrade as well.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hope everyone has a happy holiday.
Thank you. You
Happy
too.
holidays.
Okay, let's move on to the Department of Public Works. Our first item is request supplemental appropriation to the capital projects budget for preliminary engineering and design, Ryerson Bridge replacement, BIN 3345270 in the town of Warwick. This is proposed project number 39 in the 2025 capital plan. Upon approval, a new capital project will be created. This project has been determined to be a type 2 action under seeker under NYCRR Part 617.5C2, $96,000 bonding. Legislative request number 358. Can I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Legislator Tortel, I'll second. Go ahead.
This is just for design services. Bridge is built in 1949. We plan to design it in-house, construct it in-house as well. Anticipated construction for 2028. And I'm sure I can answer any questions that come up.
Any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried unanimously. Item B, request supplemental appropriation to the capital projects budget for the Bloomingburg Road CR 76 over Schwangung Hill deck replacement, bin 3345070 in the towns of Wallkill and Mamakating, Village of Blooming Grove, pin 876311. This is proposed project number 35 in the 2025 capital plan. Upon approval, the funds will increase existing capital project number 392. This project has been determined to be a type 2 action under NYCRR Part 617.5C2 of the New York State Seeker regulations with no significant and adverse environmental impacts. Federal share 95%, $2,137,500. County share 2.5%, $56,250. Other share 2.5%, $56,250. It's bonding. It's legislative request number 359. Could I get a motion in a second?
So moved.
Legislator Tortel. Second. Legislator Tui, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, this is a Bridge New York project that we were awarded a few years ago. We did come to the legislature to award the design funding for this project. And it is a rehabilitation project. We're replacing the concrete deck on this bridge at the end of County Route 76, where it meets the County of Sullivan. We have an existing IMA in place with the County of Sullivan to share the costs that are the county's responsibility. And this is to fund the balance of the construction costs. We're looking to put this out to bid for construction approximately 2027.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously. Item C, request supplemental appropriation to the capital projects budget for the Never Sink Bridge replacement project in the town of Deer Park. This is proposed project number 57 in the 2025 capital plan. Upon approval, funds will increase existing capital project number 513. This project has been determined to be a type 2 action under NYCRR 617.5C 1 and 2 of the New York State Secret regulations with no significant adverse environmental impacts. 1,008,000 bonding. Legislative request number 361. Could I get a motion in a second, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Legislator Benton and Legislator. Go ahead.
Okay, this is for our Never Sink Bridge. It's on County Route 80, crosses the Never Sink River. We've done a couple of rehabilitation projects on this bridge over the past few years. We did some bridge bearings, we did some bridge joints. This is our kind of close of our rehabilitation program. We're trying to paint the fascia girders on both sides of the bridge. With the failing joints that we replaced, the bridge beams have taken quite a bit of water. They have started to rust a little bit. We're proposing to go in and blast paint off and reapply a new coat of paint on the bridge to protect it. I do have a clerical note on the capital plan. This was called Never Sink Bridge Rehabilitation Project. On my legislative request, I called it replacement. I just want to make sure that we're not saying that we're replacing the bridge, because this is just a rehabilitation project. So if we could clear up that
Yep.
Clerical issue. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Majority Leader Benton.
Defective paint or defective application process or lack of sanding or something?
So the paint dates back to the original bridge construction in 1869.
Oh,
So it's had quite a life. You know, the sun beats on it, this, you know, the rain, the salt that hits it.
okay.
It's deteriorated, and we want to reapply it to the beams to protect it.
You made it sound like we had part of these bearings and joints and all that other sort of stuff that we had painted it. Wasn't holding up.
Nope. So we've done everything up to the point where we're comfortable painting it, that it will stay there.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Other questions or comments? Do we need to formalize that or?
You certainly can make a motion to amend the language so that it matches the rehabilitation as opposed to a replacement language that Mr. McGuire just mentioned.
So could I get a motion to amend it, to change it from replacement to rehabilitation? Okay.
Second.
Majority Leader Benton and Legislator Tautel. Any questions or comments on the amendment? All right, seeing none, I'll call the question on the amendment to change the wording. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. And any questions on the amended motion, comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question on the amended motion. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Thank you. Next, request supplemental appropriation to the capital projects budget for the Pumpkin Swamp Bridge, bin 3344590, replacement project in the town of Goshen. This is proposed project number 60 in the 2025 capital plan. Upon approval, funds will increase existing capital project number 461. This project has been determined to be a type 2 action under NYCRR Part 617.5 C2 of the New York State Secret regulations with no significant adverse environmental impacts. $1,702,000 of bonding. legislative request number 362. Could I get a motion in a second, please?
Second.
Legislator Tortel and Legislator Ruskevich. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. This bridge is located on County Route 25, which is Pumpkin Swamp Road in the town of Goshen. We've been progressing a design project for this bridge. It's a full replacement. The bridge has a 63-foot span over the Quaker Creek, approximately 4,500 cars a day. And we have design plans completed, and we're looking to put this out to bid. This is the balance of the construction.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried unanimously. Item E, request supplemental appropriation to the capital projects budget for the Cornwall Bridge Replacement Project in the town of Cornwall. This is proposed project number 48 in the 2025 capital plan. Upon approval, the funds will increase existing capital project number 470. This project has been determined to be a type 2 action under NYCRR Part 617.5C2 of the New York State Seeker regulations with no significant adverse environmental impacts. $1,108,000 bonding legislative request number 363. Could I get a motion in a second, please? Legislator Tortel.
So moved. Second.
Majority Leader Benton. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So this bridge is on Hasbrook Avenue in the town of Cornwall. It's also off the traffic circle where we did the Main Street Bridge number 2 project. We're looking to complete this bridge, which is just upstream of Main Street Bridge number 2. It was originally constructed in 1939. It's got a 38-foot span with approximately 2,000 vehicles per day. The existing bridge rating is 3.95, and we were trying to wait for the Main Street Bridge project to be complete so we could accommodate any design changes that were necessary as part of the asphalt conditions of that bridge. This was designed by our engineers, and it's going to be constructed by our bridge crew likely in 2027.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carried unanimously. Next, we have request Orange County Legislature to assume lead agency status under the State Environmental Quality Review Act seeker with respect to the intersection improvement work within the county-owned right-of-way CR 105, CR 64, Dodge Boulevard intersection improvement project in the village of Curious-Joel and the town of Monroe. The Orange County Legislature, based on the EAF and other supporting documentation, classifies the action for the county-funded work as unlisted and determines the action will not have any significant adverse environmental impacts. It's legislative request number 378. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Please. Benelli and Tui. Thank you. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. This is, the State Trooper Barracks on an Integer Road. You're very familiar with that. We're adjacent to State Route 17. It's a quick way. Currently, there's a T intersection that comes down an Integer. It's kind of 105. A lot of traffic backs up there. So we have been in communication with the village of KJ on this joint project, a joint venture where they want to essentially extend the integer when it comes to 105, so we can continue over 105 and right into the village that way. Right now, traffic mainly goes through Bakertown Road, I believe. So if you came down an integer, you make a right on 105, and then you bear left up ahead to go down to Bakertown Road to get into KJ. A lot of traffic backs up there. It's been a bit of a problem. So this would potentially alleviate a lot of traffic there. KJ's had their engineers involved. They did design on their end. We've coordinated and simply approved, but this portion is for the area within the county right away at that intersection, 105 and an Integer. KJ is responsible for anything outside of that, of the county right away, which would be the extension of their road, which goes, kind of winds down into the little S pattern. We have an IMA in place. They're actually going to bid the whole project out we have an IMA reimbursement. So this money is reimbursed just for the county portion within the right. And they cover the rest of that. So as a reference to funds, that's on the next item, which is on G, but for this item here, F, which involves seeker, they've already completed their portion of the seeker review on their end. Originally, we thought they were going to encompass the whole thing, but they didn't. So we're here, I talked to the county attorney, to just do our portion just within the intersection. Essentially includes turning lanes, new signal upgrades to alleviate that congestion. And it's uncoordinated, so there's no need to wait the 30 days. It should be essentially just a neg deck in the same spot.
Okay, questions or comments, Legislature 2?
Sir, I understand you, so it will be, Integer will continue across and a new road will be built on the other side to bring it down into KJ. And is it gonna be a traffic circle, or is it just gonna be another road with a left-hand signal there for people coming on 105?
There's no traffic circle proposed
No,
to my knowledge.
okay. So what will it, so it'll be, the light's already there.
So there's already a light there, it'll be a modified light, there'll be an additional turn lane.
Yeah.
And then modification of the light span for the signal light will have to be widened as well. So you can essentially put another light head on there, and then they'll modify the traffic patterns and everything within the lights, traffic light system. Anything else in there? Chris?
No, that's pretty comprehensive.
Thanks.
Other questions or comments? All right, seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carried unanimously. Item G, request supplemental appropriation to the capital projects budget for the CR 105, CR 64 Dodge Boulevard intersection improvements project in the village of Curious Joel and the town of Monroe. This project has not been approved under the 2025 capital plan. Upon approval, a new capital project will be created, $1,500,000 bonding. Legislative request number 360. Could I get a motion?
Motion. Second.
Legislator Benelli, and second by Legislator Tantel. Go ahead.
All right, same project, this is just the funds, $1.5 million, which we've been coordinating with the KJ engineering firm, with their consultants. And we've agreed upon the estimates, but again, just within the county right away. Any other above and beyond this would be the work outside the county right away, which is not included in this estimate. And I'll just add that they are looking to put this out to bid very soon, so we may potentially see spring construction. The design is complete.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Moving on to Public Works, Environmental Facilities and Services. First item we have is a request to confirm all tipping rate increases charged at Orange County-owned solid waste disposal facilities for all applicable waste streams and amending all resolutions setting previous rates. The increase to tipping fees is due to increased hauling and processing fees. Municipal solid waste, MSW, increased from current rate of $130.65 per ton to $135.15 per ton. Construction and demolition debris.
Can we just, I just want to make sure you got the message.
Yeah, I did.
Sorry, okay,
Yeah.
before you read that off.
Construction and demolition debris, C&D, increases from current rate of $130.65 per ton to $135.15 per ton. Single stream recycling, SSR, increased from current rate of $120 per ton to $130 per ton. Yard waste increased from current rate of $65 per ton to $75 per ton. Legislative request number 355. Could I get a motion in a second, please? I'll make the motion. Legislator
I'll
Benelli on the second. Thank you. Yes. Commissioner had gotten in touch with me. You're going to request a eliminating any increase on the single stream, right?
That's
And we'll do that through an amendment. So go ahead, make your explanation and.
Sure. Okay, yep. So this is, like Chairman said, the three of these four, we would move forward as proposed, a single stream, we just want to leave it as is and pull back the increase. So this is typically this time of year, we could come back after we've reevaluated pricing for the years and we look at our competitors' pricing and whatnot from different transfer stations and we're around the area to make sure that we're bringing in enough revenue and we're staying within the market values of our tipping fees in general for these commodities. So we do have some anticipated increases in our MSW, so it's a modest increase there, about less than $5 increase. The C&D, the construction demolition, typically falls within that same price range. We always keep that consistent with MSW. And then yard waste as well, an increase of $10 there. We do, like I said, we do evaluate the surrounding area prices, and we are right within that range for the most part of our neighboring competitors and counties for similar type facilities. And we do typically send out a letter to municipalities in the fall, late fall, just letting them know that to expect some type of increases, so they anticipate their budgets for their budget season for the year. I think that's it.
Okay. Questions or comments? All right. Well, then our first order of business is I need to get a motion to amend this resolution to remove the reference to the single stream recycling increase.
Second.
Legislator Tui and Legislator Tortel, thank you. Any discussion on the amendment? Right. Seeing none, then I'll ask for a vote on the amendment. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
One
Carried. One abstention. Thank you. Majority of the abstains. And now we'll vote on the amended motion. Any further discussion or comment? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
One
Abstention. One abstention.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman, I just wanted to clarify on the item that we did just receive bids in for single stream recycling, which came in more favorable than
You did anticipate that.
anticipated. So
All right. Moving on, item B, request supplemental appropriation from the capital projects budget in the amount of $1,155,000, which includes state reimbursement of $62,500 for vehicles and other equipment used at transfer stations 1, 2, and 3. This is proposed project numbers 64 and 66 in the 2025 capital plan. Upon approval, a new project will be created. $1,092,500 bonding, legislative request number 357. Could I get a motion in a second, please? So moved. Legislator Tui, I'll second it. Go ahead.
okay, so this is this is all three transfer station improvements, and I'm just looking for my list. We have a list of this one here, right? This is the equipment. Yep, okay, so we have a list of equipment. Yep, you should have it in front of you. It's going to be some compactor boxes, control panels, motors and pumps, roll-off boxes, a 40-yard size sealed doors, and roll-off boxes of 30 yards. The majority of the cost is in the first item, which is the compactor boxes. That's going to replace current boxes used at the citizen drop-off area for bag trash and recycling. That will include a motor and pump with each box, and there's two of those. Those combined, those each are $140,000. And the roll-off boxes replace current boxes used at the current citizen drop-off area for bag trash and recycling. Also will be used for supporting other Orange County departments and special projects. And then the roll-off 30-yard roll-off boxes replace current boxes used at the citizen drop-off area for bag trash and recycling. Also to help support other departments. There's also a list of vehicle and trucks, a yard jockey truck, $160,000, roll-off truck of $250,000, a backhoe, $180,000. The backhoe is multi-use for loading MSW, recycling brush, concrete asphalt construction demolition projects. We also have trailer flatbed equipment and hauler 15-ton, truck dump, 6-yard truck dump, single axle, with a 3-door tailgate and a pickup truck, 4x4 king cab with a plow. You got summed up our list.
Okay, questions or comments? Yes,
How close are we, thank you, Mr. Chairman. How close are we with our state reimbursements coming in? I know they used to be bad. How are they looking nowadays?
About 2 years behind.
About 2? Okay, well, that's better than 5 like it used to be.
Yeah, we've been clocking that pretty much every year.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
other questions or comments? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried unanimously. Okay, next, request supplemental appropriation from the capital projects budget for facility improvements to transfer station number 3 in the city of Port Jervis. The improvements include replacement and reconstruction of the transfer station site, the internet and electrical systems. This is proposed project number 65 in the 2025 capital plan. Upon approval, a new capital project will be created. This project is a type 2 action defined in section 617.5C1 and 2 of 6 NYCRR Part 617, the statewide seeker regulations, and is therefore not subject to the provision of those regulations. $150,000 in bonding. It's legislative request number 370. Could I get a motion in a second, please? Legislator Hotel and Majority Leader Benton. Go ahead.
So we've been to the city of Port Jervis, the transportation fleet, out there is, it's in need of improvement. So it's been, I don't want to say neglected for years, but there hasn't been much investment into it in a number of years. So these improvements, as they're listed here, building, scale booth, the hopper as well, which is included into the site. And then some electrical improvements, for the most part, will be done in-house. It saves a lot of money. We have a lot of capable employees out there that they're very handy. With the exception of some of the electrical system upgrades, we have to have an electrician come in and certify it. So, but there are some much needed improvements out there to make it better, safer, and just better work environment for our staff and the customers that use it.
Okay, questions or comments? Yes, Majority Leader Benton.
Thank you. I'd just like to make the comment that it's not been neglected, it's just been band-aided.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I
It's
said.
not that you guys said,
Yeah.
it's just a bad shape, it's a bad design, it's a whole lot of bad, that is bad, band-aiding.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Other questions or comments? All right, seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carried unanimously. Item D, request supplemental appropriation for the Harriman wastewater treatment plant upgrade and expansion project for a maximum project cost of $184,537.
Million.
Million.
Oh, man, I got
That's a
all the way
cheap
to the
one.
last one and I blew it. $184,537,219. The county has applied for low-cost borrowing and grants through the state of New York to offset the amount. This is not in the 2025 capital plan. Upon approval, a new capital project will be created. Bonding, legislative request number 377. Should I get a motion? No. Tui. Tortel.
I thought the chairman was going to substitute the balance there.
Yeah, saving us a lot of money.
It's a good thing that that doesn't just roll on. That's a good thing.
We can't get this wrong again.
No.
It's gotta get it
We
right.
gotta get it right.
It's gotta be right this
Well
time.
We're getting there.
So thank you for pausing me in the middle of it. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so we're amending this cost. It was originally, go back to the original cost estimate. There were some items that were added in. I put it up to 204 million recently that, and having already submitted applications to the comptroller's office and other agencies. There's just some items that were nice to have items that we're pulling back out just to make sure it's consistent with the process. We'll slow it down. But we've also got a little bit further along in the design, so the contingency numbers can come down a little bit. They have a little more assurance of where we're at. I understand they've also done some, technical investigations to find less rock than what was anticipated on the site. So right now, as you know, we've got a lot of, no interest financing applications and bonding, or, grant applications out there. They need reassurance from the county that the county is serious about the project, moving forward, hence we have to have the bonding in place, to move forward with a number of the grant applications and show them that this project is going ahead.
Questions or comments? All right, seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carried. And that clears our agenda. Could I get a motion to adjourn? Legislator Tortel and Majority Leader Benton, all in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carried.